Good morning, everybody. It's TCSM Live. This is Adam Prine, and I'm with Triana Arnold James, running for Senate District 30 in the state of Georgia. Hello, Triana.
Hello, Adam. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. I'm super happy to have you on.
Awesome. Glad to be here.
Thank you very much. First thing I want to ask you is tell me if you could tell me a little bit about yourself briefly, and then how and why you got into politics.
Well, just a little bit about me. I am a mother. I'm a wife of a veteran. I'm a veteran myself. I always mess with my husband and tell him, he served 11 years. I served 26, and I outrank you. And I'm also an advocate, and I have been advocating for a lot of issues over the years. And basically the last 3 years I decided to get into the political arena because I feel that the people are being left behind, and it's time for us to put we the people we it's time for us to put the people back in we the people. And so it's just a lot of things that are not inclusive of the people, and I just feel like because I'm the people's candidate, it's time for me to continue to throw my hat in the ring.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, so you decided to throw your hat in the ring. Who are you running against?
Um, my opponent, he's a Republican, and he co-sponsored the abortion ban bill on the Senate side, the House Bill 481 here in Georgia, and that was the last win that pushed me over the cliff. And I said, I got to do it. He got to go, and I got to be in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff with that going down in the South there, Alabama, Louisiana. It's just out of hand. This is
Exactly.
great. Okay, so he's a Republican. How long has he been in office for?
He's been in office since 2011, I believe, and he
Okay.
has run unopposed for the last 6 years.
Oh, no good. All right. So you're doing something good no matter what happens. We
Yes,
can change the narrative. We can do something with this.
exactly.
Um, okay, so he got unopposed. What's your district like?
My district, actually, and I don't know if my media person told you, my PR man told you anything about, but I ran for lieutenant governor
Okay.
in
Okay.
Georgia in
Okay.
2017 in the 2018 election.
Oh, wonderful. How
And
did that work out?
oh, awesome.
Nice.
Awesome. I came within 10 points of getting the nomination. I
Oh,
had no PACs, no super PACs, no big endorsements.
right.
I had small donors, volunteers, and still came within 10 points of getting the nomination. And so it went really well. um People underestimated me, but I traveled the state of Georgia from east to west, north to south, and back up again. But I wanted to make sure that the lieutenant governor's office went to the people. I am the people's candidate. And um and so because of that and name, I've gotten out there and things like that. I wanted to kind
Right.
of sit back in the cut and be an advocate again and a private citizen, but everybody was like no. And my PR team put a poll out there, and it came back with Senate, and they said you got to do it. and
Nah, that's right.
and
You got
so
to do what you
within
got to do.
exactly. And within the district, two of the three counties, Carroll, Douglas, and Paulding. Two of those counties I won as lieutenant governor. And then the third one I came, it was 50-50, it was a 50-50 split.
Oh, wow.
So I did really well. And
Wow,
so
that's
I think,
wonderful.
that with my message and who I am, I think that I'll be able to do it.
Wow, maybe it's good. Sometimes maybe it's good you didn't win because now you're going to step it up and take over a seat that needs to be overthrown. Get the Republican out. We need more women. So there you go. More people of color. So there you go. Is he a white guy? Just wondering.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. So there you go. We could change some things that way.
Old white guy GOP.
Yeah. So let's talk about some policies. What's a couple of your top policies you're into?
Well, my top five. One is overturning this abortion ban bill, HB 481. That's going to be my first piece of legislation that I'm going to introduce. Second, Medicaid expansion. And let me go back a little bit. The reason why is because this bill is, everybody talks about abortion, abortion, abortion. This bill take away a woman's right to choose and to have autonomy over her own body. And I don't think that that's right. So I'm not out. You could be pro life and pro woman at the same time. So I'm
Right.
not out pushing abortion, abortion, abortion.
Right.
It's about my right to choose to do what I want to do with my body. So it's my body, my choice, and my business.
Right.
The other thing that one of the things that we have not done in the state of Georgia is expand Medicaid. Over 300,000 Georgians are without health care. And that number is rising every year. Is rising, and the reason I have been advocating for Medicaid expansion, my one of my best friends had passed away because she was diagnosed with cervical cancer. Had Georgia expanded Medicaid, then she would have gotten an early diagnosis and could
Oh,
have been, her life could have been prolonged a little bit
right.
longer.
Mm.
Veterans. Like I said, I'm a veteran. We need a connection to between the veterans, these veteran organizations, okay, and there are over 900 veteran organizations connected to Georgia, not necessarily in Georgia, but connected to Georgia. 887, I believe, my last count. And there is no connection between the veteran, even the veterans that are displaced, because I don't like to say homeless veteran, because that should not be. And these veteran organization and our state government. And there's a lot of benefits that we are missing out on. And if the information is not out there, then they're not going to know. If nobody is telling or providing a resource between that liaison between the veteran organizations, okay, and the state
Okay.
government.
Yes.
The Equal Rights Amendment. As I don't know if you know or not, yesterday was the 100th anniversary of the 19th Amendment, giving women the right to vote.
Oh, I
Yes,
didn't know
it was
that. I feel bad that I didn't know that.
it was passed June 4th, 1919 by Congress, but it wasn't ratified until a year later. And so, but here's the bad part about that. It was
Okay.
first introduced in 1878.
Oh,
In the 1800s, and we still, as women, don't have equal pay for equal work.
right.
You
That's,
know,
yep.
we have to live better, but it doesn't go far enough. We have the
Right.
19th Amendment, but it doesn't go far enough. They just passed the Equality Act, but it doesn't go far enough because
Right.
the pay scale is not working. These abortion ban bills that are going across the United States would not happen. If we had the Equal Rights Amendment, those things would not be happening now in 2019. And so that is one of the things that I want to make sure that it gets done in the state of Georgia. Like I said, we're one state away. It takes 38 states to ratify the ERA, and women become a permanent part of the Constitution. It takes 38 states, and we
Okay.
are one state away. We have
Oh,
37 states. Yeah.
okay. And where did Georgia? Where was Georgia on that?
We had bills in the 2019 legislative session. We
Okay.
had Senate Democratic bill, we had a Senate Republican bill, believe it or not,
Okay.
um, and we had a House Democratic bill, but we did not have a House Republican bill that would be a companion to all four. So
Oh,
it never even went to committee.
ah,
And it just sat there. But
yeah.
I'm going to make sure that is
Nice.
one of my top priorities.
Nice.
I'm going to make sure that it gets done. The last thing, well, not the last thing, but one of my
Right.
top priorities
Yes.
is voting rights and voter protection. In the state of Georgia, we do not have voter protection. They say we're going to these machines where it prints out a receipt, and I'm glad about that because then you get to see, who you voted for. But it's still regulated by a company that their machines are hackable. So you got to get rid of the
Oh my.
company, and then you got to put in legislation that's going to ensure the voter and their vote is protected and that is counted. So those are my top priorities.
Right on. You know what you're doing. This is great. All right. I'm excited about your campaign. This is awesome. All
Yeah,
right. So we got some good policies going forward. How about some strategies on how you're going to do this? Because no matter what, it's not easy.
right, right. My strategy is continue to travel around the state of Georgia, spreading my message. This year is about fundraising because campaigns are expensive. Um,
Right.
and being
Right.
that I'm going against a white old male GOP,
Right.
it's gonna take some funds. And
Right.
so my strategy is first and foremost raising the funds, introducing me as the candidate um, for the Senate, and then building my team. And then once I'm elected, because I'm
Yeah.
claiming it,
Right. There you go.
once I'm elected, is getting in there some of the people that I have been advocating with, working with them, even some of the GOP that I work with on Medicaid expansion. Um, I plan on talking with them as well, working with them on implementing these policies, and getting these laws passed in the state of Georgia.
Wow, this is great. So, yeah, you have a really good chance. Okay, so there'll be a link right below, everybody. You can donate. And if you're living in the area local, Georgia, right around, you can jump on the campaign, help out, volunteer, make phone calls, knock doors, whatever it takes, signs. I mean, the full 9 yards. And so, how about endorsements? Have you gotten any endorsements yet?
No, not
Okay.
and we're working with different organizations. We're partnering with different organizations to make sure that we come out swinging. Um,
Okay.
during the
Yes.
different trainings, different organizations that are geared towards women, and especially women of color.
Okay.
Um,
Yes.
and a lot of people are supporting me. They supported me for lieutenant governor, and they are excited about me running against the. And here's another thing about him: he's the Senate Majority Leader.
Oh,
So,
yeah, this is
so
huge.
yeah,
Really, everybody, come on, let's get behind her because we now endorsements, it's early. They're not even, a lot of
yeah,
people aren't even giving out endorsements yet, so there's no big deal. Anybody's watching, we got brand new Congress. If you want to send in a suggestion to endorse her for brand new Congress, I'm highly recommending this candidate because I think this is a big, big chance of getting someone in there fighting for our side. Also, we got local Berniecrats, another great organization. Let's see if we can get an endorsement through them.
mm,
This is fantastic stuff we got here. You know what you're doing. You have great energy. You got high energy. You're experienced in many ways, and yeah. So there we go.
yeah.
Do you
I'm
want
excited
to?
about it.
Yeah. Do you want to maybe tell anybody else out here? Say your little, calling to them. Tell them what you want to tell them. Talk to them. Tell
All
them.
right. Well, once again, everybody, thank you all so much for joining us on this broadcast. And just make sure you go to Triana the number four Georgia, Triana the number four Georgia.com and sign up. Look at some of the things because I give a whole list about climate change and how we need to protect Mother Earth, and different policies that I have, more than what I just talked about on the website. You can connect with me as well, and sign up to volunteer. And of course, I need your money. Uh,
Yes. Big
always
time. Come
help
on.
me.
Anybody can donate across the country. You don't have to be living in Georgia because she's going to be voting votes that affect the whole nation. So
Yes,
this is a
yes,
movement for the people, by the people.
yes.
So throw a couple of bucks towards her way and let's get her rolling early.
hmm And I'm happy to serve again. I served, like I said, I served in the military, and I'm the people's candidate. I'm country strong. I swore an oath that I would defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I'm about the people. It's time for us to put the people back in we the people. It's time for us to do that, and I
Yeah.
believe that I'm the one that can do that.
Right on. And I think you are too. I'm so happy you came on this morning. This is great. Your campaign's just getting started. It's early on. Anything can happen. And I already feel a good one here, right here. So everybody, let's help her get started. Let's get some endorsements. Let's throw some money this way. You know, if you're voting, if you're sending money to the president campaign, great. Awesome. But you could take a small percentage and throw it towards some of the candidates because the bottom up revolution doesn't start at the top. Starts at
Right.
the
It
bottom.
starts at the bottom. Exactly.
Thank you very much for coming on. I very, very much appreciate it. And everybody have a great rest of the day.
All right. Thank you.